Ndosaka mchiona vabweza vamwe vari kuti muri kuona zviri kuitika izvi musangano wakudonha. Hakuna anorwa chakadonha. Hakuna anowisira chakafa pasi. Mukaona honde anayo vari kuziva kuti musangano wakasimba ndo musangano hurumende iri kuuya manje manje. Ndosaka mchiona vane hondo nesu. Asi hatina dambudziko navo. The fact yekuti vanoti blame chero chaitika mvura ikasanaya MDC Alliance. Economy ikasafamba MDC Alliance. Vokunze kwenyika vakasawirira nawo MDC Alliance. Hongu mukaona izvozvo zvichiitika kuratidza kusaziva kwavo. Hakuna imwe nyika inova neopposition kana ine alternative government sesu inoblamwa nekucreditwa for the things zvinoitika munyika the way we are blamed. Everything we are credited kuti tisu tinozviita even tatisina kuita. Pakabatwa chibharo vanhu MDC Alliance. Asi ugoona kana vava kuda kugovana nhaka yedu isu hatisipo vanobva vacreata zvidzimati zvavo kuti ichi ndo chatinotarisa ndo MDC chaiyo. Kana pauya kuti akuda kuti paonekwe chaizvozvo kupomera mhosva tisu tinomiswa. Izvozvo tinoramba bodo nada. We don't want and will not accept that. Chiza mama chiza. Chiza. Kukula. Izenzo. Izenzo. Kukula. So chokutanga inyaya ya agenda yemunyika. Tichitaura dambudziko riri munyika nderipi. Isu hatirapi mhopo iri padama. Tinorapa chaita kuti musoro uteme chakonzera mhopo iyoyo. Zimbabwe tiri pama big fight na agenda yatina number 1. Inyaya yekuti Zimbabwe iri kupeya what I would call the legitimate price. The legitimate cost, the legitimate burden. Nonyaya yokuti hatina kugadzirisa mutungamiriri anodiwa nepeople's government. Ticharamba tine dambudziko rokuti hatigoni kunoadressa the issues zevanhu. Tinoadressa ma-issues zevanhu is the confidence of the citizens in those who are leading them. Tisataenda confidence the international community. We need the confidence of the citizens in the national community. And isu taenda kumakwikwi na Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa anga ane mavhoti ari pazasi paatakapuwa isu. Iye ndobva anozvitsveta pamusoro. Tikati zvawazviisa pamusoro chienda nenyikaka. Dei anga akachangamuka uya kuti kufanami. Uya ndiwo une uchenjeri hwakati uchangoburwa. Tokupaka nokuti zvikombo zvinofanana mhute. Iwe uri churu indiri gomo tokupawo kuitira kuti uve neudzamu hunoenderana nemamiriro edu. Uyo voto.
The other institutions of higher learning have also been given the green light on condition that they have made the required guidelines. The same equally on the tourism and hospitality sectors. We are trying here to balance the need for earning livelihood and keeping the economy running, and also the need for safety and prevention. And where we are satisfied prevention guidelines have been put in place, I think we should allow economic activities to take place. The meeting commended the task force on COVID-19 for a splendid job well done thus far. The meeting also noted, as I've already mentioned, that Zimbabwe has potential hotspots because of the violations of COVID-19 regulations obtaining there. The meeting called for unity to succeed in the fight against the spread of COVID-19 in line with the presidential lockdown on the directive. The Commissar on my left presented quite a lengthy report on the state of affairs in the party and in the country. I wanted to preface my remarks by saying Zanu PF has 2 eyes. All of you, when you sleep, you shut all your eyes. Zanu PF does not shut one of the eyes. It sleeps with one eye open. So we remain vigilant against the machinations of the enemy, and they have been very intensified in recent weeks. So we noted regrettably the continued weaponization of social media to vilify government, the party, and the first family. Being photographed with you does not mean that when you go out to commit murder, there was an accomplice. I think I need to make that very clear. The president is on many occasions, while receiving gifts on COVID, being photographed by people. Now, what do they
to spread COVID to the Zimbabweans through whatever they are? Yes, we know that they have been given more than 300,000 US dollars to sustain the purported demonstration, but obviously they're being encouraged to break the law against COVID. Why this is being done, it is not because people are concerned about the ordinary people, but they are trying to bring a narrative first to see how the government is going to react to the demonstrators, and then obviously cry about disregard of human rights. But there is a competition here between the purported human rights and observance of the rule of law. At this stage now, the so-called human rights groups are encouraging the citizenry to break the law. And I think also Zimbabweans should know that the supporters or those that are funding this demonstration are worried about why COVID has not killed people in Zimbabwe. And from the information that we've got is that they are trying to, they think that there's going to be firing of tear gases. And we are reliably informed that they also have some canisters containing COVID-19 active material that is scientific. The scientific people can have an explanation, but they hope to spread COVID to the Zimbabweans through whatever they are going to have. But we are reliably informed that they've got a mechanism of spreading corona, which has been brought in by those that are funding this. So maybe what is important is to tell the Zimbabweans that it is up to their safety this time around. They are being used as pig, pig and what do you call it? When someone is being tested upon to see how effective an experiment can be done. Is it? So this is what they are trying to do. They are trying to use Zimbabweans to infect them with the coronavirus and then blame the government for not being proactive, because they are disappointed that what they had anticipated about the effects and impact of corona is not what they've seen in Zimbabwe. So our weight to the Zimbabweans is that it is about their safety, it is about their health. Those that will be encouraged to go for the demonstrations, they are going to be used for that. And
so all of this is happening, right? They go to Buera. All that violence in Buera, that's not MDC. That's not MDC. Violence is not part of MDC. Now, and then you want to turn back to the...
was beaten downstairs by the MDC. In the truth, was beaten in the MDCT. Tabitha Kumalo was beaten at Khupe's restaurant in Arab. That is MDC we know. The violence is the MDC we know.
Please give me the catalyst to finish, then I'll give you an opportunity. So, we saw the military style, and even during the dark days of our country, the ground dark days, when people were threatened to be burned alive for their ethnicity, because of their ethnicity. That's not MDC. Now, and then today, you have people saying, you are Zanu. There are victims here. How can we be Zanu? Now, the issues you are referring to, maybe let me start with Rob. Dr. Khupe did not stop celebrating, she did. It was small, obvious. In line with the size of her faction, it was a smaller party. So she did celebrate. It didn't make it to the headlines. You know, you guys, the MTC that happened in Bulawayo never got your attention anyway. So it can't be a surprise today that how come, you know, places didn't care
so
about
if you
it.
celebrated, you should have started by saying, we celebrated.
No, we did.
Yeah, that's it.
How come you didn't know that? How come you didn't know that?
No, it's
we
not,
did.
It's a question for a
My
viewer.
friend, anything MT, it's me. No, I can't, anything Tsvangirai, that's me. Even if you guys covered or didn't cover, I celebrated everything Tsvangirai. I was with that man right to the end. I'll be with him all the way. Now, I would never celebrate Mkazi. So, no, obvious, it goes without saying that anything Dr. Khupe would have celebrated anything Tsvangirai. So, no, we are not there at all. Now, the violence which you've mentioned, do you realize that it's this same group of people that have been doing all of this violence? This same group of people. Well, look, you know President Tsvangirai all the time there was violence. He sat here and denounced it.
You
and tried to...
the security guard for Madame Khupe in this house. These guys were not there.
Sorry? We what?
The security guard, Madame Khupe security was beaten up in this house, Harvest House, 3 weeks ago.
Well,
and in your last press conference, you actually acknowledged that there's an investigation into that violence.
yeah,
So that is the MDC. We have known MDC to
yeah, no. Blessed, be fair, my friend. I did speak to the level of violence. The age of Dr. Khupe, who was manhandled or physically ruffled here, we did appreciate it for the Congress political nature it is. We did appreciate it for that. And as you correctly said, I didn't shy away from it. I dealt with it and I said, the Secretary for Security is looking at it. But I'm pushing back from saying we are Zanu. I'm trying to show you that there is nothing Zanu about us. There are certain things that come with the nature of politics. Here and there, you know, like you spoke about certain people campaigning even before the campaign is open, whatever. Those things will happen, but they are not extreme that could cause you to paint us as a Zanu. That's the point I was making. But I think in a fair society, which is your people that you are broadcasting to, I think I've made the case to show that there is nothing Zanu about us, but the other side, because everything they have done is not according to the book. And I will prove to Rob in a few weeks' time that there is fraud involved in these affidavits. There is fraud involved in these affidavits. Now, we must abhor such actions as a society, because he spoke of corruption, that the demonstration is against corruption. But if we are always looking the other side, when people basically 2 years down the line bastardize the constitution of an organization, of a people's organization, so that they benefit personally, that should worry you. And you can't say...
But surely you can't dismiss this, because you have the health minister who was implicated in this corruption, who was brought before the courts and ultimately fired because of corruption. And surely as a party that seeks to give an answer to the Zimbabwean people, you should abide by this call against corruption.
No. Hey, Robert, let me help you. No, sorry, Costa, no, sorry, Rob, sorry. Costa, do not, and this I'm saying it advisedly, do not impose a fictitious choice for us. No, you can't say you have a choice to support this demonstration or else you condone corruption. No, that's not true. Because I can show you, this demonstration has nothing, by the way, to do with corruption. I can tell you that. This is a fight, a political fight that is happening here between these two political formations, Zanu PF and MDC Alliance. This is what this whole thing is all about. I have given you something, and I see you didn't catch it here. Tell me, what are they promising you after the 31st with regards to this fight of corruption? Will corruption cease in this country?
How do you bring in the MDC Alliance? Because the MDC Alliance, also Chamisa said, is not part of it, but he will support those who want. So how do you bring him in? I just want to appreciate.
He said he's not part of what?
Of the July 31 call.
He's not part of the July 31.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then
He has said it.
No.
Public,
Wait. If you are saying the MDC Alliance is not part of the 31st call, you're saying it's not part of the 31st call.
Yes, that's what they said.
Oh, so if they're not part of the 31st call, how come they are not treated like us? Because if we're saying we're not part of it, then somehow we're condoning corruption.
So they said we are not part of it, but we will join those who are part of it. Anyone who comes with an idea that supports the freedom of the people, we will join it. That's what Nelson Chamisa said at his rally Sunday last week. He said we are not part of it, but we will support it.
Let me remind you something. Like I said, selective amnesia. Let me help you. You remember the last demo that happened like this under the disguise? I'm using this word also advisor.
Okay.
Under the disguise of ZCTU. About 30 to 5 people died there, which they were later announced from this podium to have been stupid. Now. No, I'm not going to announce anyone stupid later. I'm not going to take part in that. I'm not going to advise anyone to take part in that. Because I've got foresight. I have foresight. I can see where this thing is going.
Yeah, you didn't answer my question. My question was just simple, Mr. Khupe, that how are you linking Nelson Chamisa in this? Do you have information that we do not yet? Favor us with it.
I'm favoring you with that information. I'm saying to you, there was a protest under the guise of ZCTU. That protest ended up with people here being called stupid from this podium.
That's the wrong thing, although altogether you're mixing issues like that. Because the ZCTU one which happened in January, MC said they are stupid for protesting before the results came out. So it was the August one we said.
Oh, okay. Alright, so the ZCTU one, the Alliance never claimed anything to do with it?
I didn't say that, I'm just correcting.
No, but fine. I take the correction. I'm saying the ZCTU and they never claimed to have anything to do with it.
They said ZCTU is their mother and they support, but they said they are not part of it.
They were never part of that
That's what
protest.
they said. I didn't say they were not. That's what they said.
Okay. I'm answering
So
you. I'm answering you to say it is never enough for someone to simply say I'm not part of this when they